Box to box overlap, and South Africa have just beaten Scotland 18-3 in the first game of the Rugby World Cup. Yo, what else did you expect? I think Scotland did well to stay in the game. 6-3 at halftime. They had a penalty from Finn Russell just after, or rather just before halftime. Manny Libok actually surprised me. He made his first few kicks, and then the real Manny Libok actually came through in the second half in terms of goal kicking. His technique just it puts me off. Like, it's not consistent. Every time he strikes the ball, he doesn't come off the ball the same way every single time. And that's what separates you from being a great goal kicker from an average goal kicker. Everything else in the game about Libok today was good. He's very good at seeing space. He's very good at manipulating like spaces. Yeah, when he sees the forwards in front of him and there's space, he's very quick to attack spaces. He's very quick to give the ball to his forwards to actually get over the gain line. So Manny Libok's game all round is really good. The weakest part of his game is his goal kicking. If he was a better goal kicker, to me, I think Manny Libok would probably be like top 10 fly halves in the world. I guess he's still a young kid, something that he can still work on. Second half, they even switched kickers from him to Faf de Klerk, who apparently at halftime kicked 2 from 60 meters. And just like that, Nina Bear, the Springboks coach, was just like, yeah, you have to take over this goal kicking. So yeah, and then Manny Libok's no-look kick to the corner to, what's his name, Katley Arendse. That was insane. Like, he get the ball, and you see the slow-mo replay, he looks at Katley Arendse, and then when he's kicking, he looks away. Like, he looks at the space he's going to kick to, then he looks at the defensive line coming at him as he's kicking. Mad. Bobby Firmino at its finest. Who else? Magic Johnson. That was a wild assist. But yeah, I think, as I said, Scotland did well to stay in this game for the first half. But what shocked me actually, and I actually posted this in the WhatsApp group. We have a WhatsApp group for the World Cup, for Box2Box World Cup. By the way, guys, check out all the Box2Box groups. The link, I'll put up the link on our platforms. You'll see it somewhere. There is a league for football, NFL, rugby, like that. Also, whichever sport you love, just join the group and just start talking. And even FPL. So I posted in the group. I'm surprised Scotland actually got 2 scrum penalties against SA back-to-back. And those back-to-back penalties are what gave them the position to actually kick for goal and actually get points, right? So I was like, wow, Scotland is actually getting scrum penalties. And South Africa was just like, yeah, hold my beer. And, they're being sponsored by, I forget the energy drink. I don't want to say it if it's wrong. But yeah, that one. And then they just, like, second half came about and they were just like, yo, like, there was something else. Like, they needed to fix it, and within the first 2 minutes, they got scrum penalty. Again, scrum penalty. Second half, I think they got like 7 scrum penalties. Bomb squad came on. Oxenche was there. He won 2 by himself. Who else? Bonambi came on as well, won another one. Like, they were on something else in the second half. They lost Etzebeth to a shoulder injury in the first half. That's all we know so far. Hopefully it's not something too serious and he gets to be fit for the next game. But even when Arche Snyman came on, he actually also, beefed up. He came in the first half and he was part of the 2 lost scrums against that Scotland won. But then second half, he was part of the renaissance, So, and that's what SA does. SA are just a better team when they're on the front foot. The key for this game for them was pressure. Pressure was coming from everywhere. They were pressuring Scotland in the scrum, in the line out. Scotland could not secure their own line out ball. The pressure was in the line speed. So Scotland could not get onto the front foot. Like, every single time, Finn Russell had to do the pump fake and then do a short ball. Because the second and third channel on the outside are covered, right? Because of how quick SA were coming up. And fair play to Finn Russell. Like, he reads that quite well. He reminds me of a quarterback when a quarterback is running a run option where he has to look at what the defense is doing, and within a split second you have to make a decision, right? Like, that's what Finn Russell reminds me of. So, I think moving forward, they've figured out something. They have to use Duhan van der Mauer. His size, he's big and you're not using his size. Like, the things SA did, even when South Africa scored their first try, Peter Steph Dutoy, when SA started muscling up, that's what Scotland should have done. Yeah, use your size, right? Because the Springboks said we're going to use our size. And that try came about because there was a scrum in the 22. And the first phase of the scrum was Damien Dialende pickup. He was playing fast receiver. He got the ball and went straight in. And now we know, anytime Libbok does this, just know it's going to a ball carrier. We've seen it. You have to change the call now. We've read it. Scotland need to use Duhan van der Merwe. And those are some of the things I saw in the last maybe 7-8 minutes of the game. The thing about the World Cup is, first game of the World Cup, if you're losing by many to 0 or 3, the way Argentina did, the way Scotland did, those last 10 minutes can tell a lot about your team, character, certain combinations that you might figure out and they work, So, and that's what I think Argentina sort of figured that out in the last game against England yesterday. Just small things you can do to take them to the next game, One thing I've seen Scotland maybe could do is definitely use Duhan van der Merwe a bit more. He's too big. Like, SA cannot have Catley Anderson and Cheslin Colby on the wings and you're not running at them consistently, So I think that's something they can do a bit more. Tui Pulotu and Hugh Jones in midfield we need more of a presence from them, right? The same way Tuilangi did for England yesterday. Like, you have to be a presence in midfield. You have to win that midfield battle, or at least compete with the opposing. Because Jesse Kriel was just tackling the whole day. He can do that the whole day. Yeah, tackle and play off advantage, which is what South Africa do so well. They dominate you in the scrum, get advantage, and play off advantage. And all the backs now play without pressure, knowing that they can fling a crazy pass or a kick, knowing that there's going to be a bit of advantage and the ball is going to come back to them. So I think, we need more of a presence from the Scotland midfield. All in all, first game of the World Cup, South Africa win 18-3, solid win. The scrum was working, no major injuries. Sia Kolisi put in a lot of minutes for someone who was was rumored to not even be able to be fit, was not going to be fit for this World Cup, or would have just made it just in time, So all in all, I think there's good things to say about AC. The only thing that I'd say about South Africa they need to be careful of is their goal kicking. Because if they don't get their goal kicking right, maybe moving forward, just put Faf as the main goal kicker. The problem with that is you cannot then switch him too early in the game. You can't remove him before 60 minutes because he's your main goal kicker, right? And I know whoever comes on for him, I forgot. Why am I forgetting the AC scrum halves? Like, none of them are actually like goal kickers as well, right? Like, in fact, they even have a scrum half. Oh, they had Grant Williams coming off the bench. Can we talk about Grant Williams, by the way? Grant Williams was about to score the try of the tournament so far. I was about to forget this thing. Grant Williams just came and just beat everyone. I was just like, dude, if it wasn't for Finn Russell and his crazy ankle tap, that would have been an amazing, amazing try. But Grant Williams, crazy energy. Those were two opportunities missed by AC in the second half, I feel. The Grant Williams run and the Colby run. If Colby just looked and actually saw someone and passed the ball to hand, they would have scored a bit more. But yeah, all in all, really good, really good. I think this was a really good first game of the tournament. And yeah, moving forward, just Scotland, now the Scotland and Ireland game becomes even more important, even more important because they have to get a result, and also that will determine who finishes top, because if Scotland for some reason manage to beat Ireland, then AC go top, right? So yeah, 18-3, Springboks beat Scotland and they move on to the next one, Tonga, in 2 weeks' time.